A faith that is dependent on circumstances and situations. A faith that is dependent on experiences and things happening around you. Around you. No wonder the writer of Hebrews said, by faith we understand that the things that are made are not made of the things that do appear. Because the faith that we display is a faith that comes from the realms of God. It's a faith that comes from the realms of God. It is not a motivation. It is not, no. It is not a passion. It is not a zeal. It is a faith that comes from another realm. It's a faith that comes from the realms of God. It's a faith that comes from the realms of God. So when you see a man's conviction is dependent on occurrence, is dependent on his feeling, is dependent on his sight, and you will know that man, his faith was never procured. It was not a deposit that came from God. Faith is not what you muster. Faith is not what you ginger. Faith is a deposit from God. Whenever God moves, what he deposits is faith. Whenever God moves, oh my God, the move of God, the result of faith is the move of God. Anytime God moves, what he does is that he begins to rub up faith upon the heart of men, so that men can be like him, men can act like him, men can see like him, men can speak like him, men can think like him. Hey. So that is why our hope is not because if your hope is on this world, then the diagnosis of your quagmire is miserable. The diagnosis of your quagmire is miserable because your hope is in this world. Your hope is in this world. If our hope is in this world, then we are the most miserable. The diagnosis is that you are miserable. You are miserable. My hope is not in this world. My hope is not in the systems of the world. My hope is not in it. So my faith is not, oh my God, my faith comes from God. So faith is a deposit that from the realms of God. So whenever God moves, he deposits faith upon the spirit of man. That's why faith is faith. That's why in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, Paul wrote that faith is a gift, is a manifestation from the Spirit of God. It's a manifestation of the Spirit. They call it a gift. He called it the gift of faith. He called it the gift of faith. So when people talk about faith, faith cannot be talked about in isolation with the move of God. That was what happened in Genesis chapter 1. When God